Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about Ford v Ferrari, and this movie is directed by James Mangold and it came out in 2019, and I actually have seen this movie once before and I saw it when it came out in theaters, and apparently I just never reviewed it, so I'm doing that now. I don't really have a good excuse for you, and I think I liked it more the first time I watched the movie, and watching it this time, there are things that kind of annoyed me about the movie and stood out as not being super great, and overall, I still think this movie is good. It's just not amazing or anything. This movie kind of reminds me of Bohemian Rhapsody, where you have a couple of really great things about it, but overall, the film script is really what's holding it back from being anything special, and that's kind of the case here, though I think this movie is much better than Bohemian Rhapsody. But I do have some similar criticisms with this movie that I have with Bohemian Rhapsody. I think Matt Damon and Christian Bale, they're great in this movie, and I enjoyed the production of everything, and everything felt like it was in the 60s. And I really enjoyed our two main characters, and whenever they were on screen together, I thought they worked great, and I enjoyed watching Ken Miles. I think he's the best character in the whole film, and I like the relationship he has with his family, and I just think he's a really entertaining character to watch. And overall, the characters in this movie, they're not complex. They're pretty simple, and you can understand who they are with just one scene, and there's not a whole lot to them. They're, as I said, really simple. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just there's nothing else going on with the characters, is all I'm going to say. And this movie overall is very simple. It's kind of to the point. It shows you what you would expect from it, which is fine, but I wish that it did something that surprised me and was like really engaging for me. And although there are parts that were really engaging, like the race scenes in this movie, I thought they were great, and I was invested fully. I do feel as though when it wasn't those scenes, it was all right, or I was kind of bored. And the first 30 minutes I found to be really dull, and there are some characters in this movie that I find to be kind of annoying, and this movie also isn't really challenging in any way. Not that it needs to be. I keep saying the same thing, but this movie, it doesn't do anything more than it's setting out to do, which is fine. Not every movie has to, but if I'm going to really love something, then I would like for it to give me everything that I want and more. Whereas this movie, it kind of does just everything that you want, but it doesn't exceed that, and it doesn't even fully succeed at giving me everything I want, but it never becomes a bad movie. My only other criticism with this movie would be the music. I just didn't feel as though the music added anything to the movie. And overall, this movie is kind of forgettable, but it's entertaining for most of it, and the characters are enjoyable, or at least most of them, sorry. And I'll say this about the movie, it was funny at points. I enjoyed the comedy in it, and that's about it. It's a good movie, it's well made, it has production value, and the two main performances in this movie are great, and I liked the chemistry that they had, and it's a good movie. Check it out. It's just not one of my favorites from 2019 or really ever. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Ford v Ferrari a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Ford v Ferrari down below. And my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next video up, and that is going to be for my entire Blu-ray collection video for movies. And that's also going to include my 4K Blu-rays, so look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.